Students have been asking a lot of questions regarding the NID DAT mains that's going to be conducted in the coming couple of months. There have been questions about whether there would be portfolio, whether the sessions would be conducted offline or online, and what was the cutoff in the NID DAT prelims. In this video, we are trying to answer some of these burning questions so that we would try to reduce the anxiety that all of you are having. Hello, everyone. This is Suraj, and you're with THiNC Institute of Design. So there's been a very recent notification that was released by NID. They were basically talking about the DAT mains and how that's going to be conducted. So they very clearly mentioned that the BDES program, the DAT mains program for BDES would be conducted as a studio test. So after 2 years, after a gap of 2 years, studio test is coming back basically. Okay, so it will be a whole different ball game altogether. It would include things varying from, let us say, audio visual round to intrapersonal skills. It could also include things like, let's say, a poster making. It could be anything. It could also include material handling test and things like that. The DAT mains will be conducted in the 3rd week of June. This is a screenshot of a notification which was officially published by the NID. So it would be conducted offline. It would be a studio test, and the test centers where they would be conducting it, all of that would be made available in the coming days in the admissions website. Okay. Now, talking about this year's BDES program, how they are going to take in the weightage. For DAT prelims, the weightage or the importance that is given is 40%. And that means they would be giving 60%. That means from your studio test, there would be 60% of the marks that would be taken. And from the DAT prelims, there would be 40%. Combining both of that together, you will get a total mark out of 100. And it would be based on that the rank list would be prepared. And that would be based on, and it will be based on that you would be getting admissions to particular NIDs. Okay. A lot of students have been asking about the cutoffs. Now, please note here that very clearly, NID does not give a specific cutoff per se. It doesn't say that for general category, this was the cutoff. It doesn't say that for SC category, this was the cutoff. No, there's nothing like that. So we have sort of deducted it. For example, in case of general category students, the cutoff is somewhere in between 61.75 and 64. So somebody who has got 64 is qualified. And for the DAT mains round, this is only BDES that I'm talking about, and somebody who has got 61.75 is not qualified. Similarly, in case of OBC NCL students, it's somewhere between 51 and 53.5. In case of students who belong to SC category, it's somewhere around 46. Okay, please note here, this is not the official notification or official cutoffs that's been given by the NID. Okay, now studio test is a different ballgame altogether. The last 2 years, we had, let's say, a portfolio was to be made, or a theme poster was to be made, or a thematic reflective presentation was to be done. These were the various things that they asked in the NID DAT mains part for BDES. But from this year onwards, the old studio test is back. So that's how they used to take admissions way back in 2018-19 around. So for that, we have a special batch that is starting. Online batches are starting from the 7th of May, and offline batches, which would be available at Trivandrum, Ernakulam, and Calicut centers, would be starting from the 8th of May. So whichever is the mode that you would be comfortable in, you can contact us at this number 8086 111 488 or 8086 111 216. Okay. And whatever be the language that you're comfortable, you can either talk to us in English, Hindi, or Malayalam. We are comfortable with everything. Okay. Chitra Gupta, hello Chitra Gupta. Yes, this session was needed. Yes, we understood that because there were a lot of burning questions. Now, the most asked question is still something else. At what score can I enter NID Ahmedabad, or at what score can I get an NID? See, before I explain this particular slide, let me be very clear. We cannot say that. You will have to wait till the final results are out. So there is no guarantee on this, but the screenshot that I have shared right now is just to give you an idea of how exactly things were in the last year. So in the last year, a student who had got, let's say, a DAT prelim score of 71, this is out of 100. Okay. Now the percentage of that was taken, converted. Last year, just like how you have 40-60 this year, it was 30-70 last year. A final score of 76.6, somebody who belonged to the OBC NCL category who's got 76.6, scored a rank 2 and is currently at NID Ahmedabad. I'm not going to explain each line here because I presume that it's mostly self-explanatory. But please note the disclaimer here. This does not give you a guarantee that if you are scoring this year 71.5, you are going to get NID Ahmedabad. No, there is no guarantee as such. Okay, so it depends upon a lot of factors. It depends upon other students, that is your peer, your competitors' performance also. But we just wanted to give you a brief picture of what actually happened last year. If even after all of this, there is still questions, doubts, and all or queries that are pertaining to NID, you can definitely contact us. The WhatsApp number or the call number that you can use, we have already posted in the live chat box also. 8086 111 488 or 8086 111 216. So that would be it in this session. Please note our next online and offline sessions for NID studio test preparation is starting from the 7th and 8th of May respectively. Okay, so as I have said earlier, whatever doubts you have, whatever be the language that in English, Hindi, Malayalam, please do feel comfortable to contact us. We would love to clarify it. To everyone who is listening, who is confused about whether they don't belong, they are not a THiNC student, so should they call, please let me guarantee you there is no doubts regarding that. There should be no doubts regarding that. Please feel free to call us, irrespective of whether you are a THiNC student or not. It basically doesn't matter. Okay, so that would be it in this session from THiNC Institute of Design and Suraj. Until we see in the next one, thank you everyone. Thank you, host.